Don't taste that good. Hi everyone, it's Raven. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to do blue eyeshadow in a way that is not offensive. I think we've all been a little traumatized as children getting those big packs of eyeshadow for kids, and the blue is just staring in the face and you just go for it and you look like a complete mess. I feel like that fear carries on into adulthood, and wearing blue eyeshadow is almost a taboo subject at this point. So I'm going to show you how to wear blue eyeshadow in a way that doesn't look crazy, doesn't make you look like a 5-year-old or a 95-year-old, and can be worn a few different ways to make it your own. Alright, so as you can see, I just have my complexion on right now. I'm looking pretty ghostly in the eye area. So we're going to apply just the eye makeup today, so I'm just going to go over that bit. So for the first product I'm going to use is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Now I already have concealer on my lids, which is generally the only thing that I use on my lids, and then I put my eyeshadow on, but today we're going to use the Shadow Insurance just because I'm going to be switching through a few different shades. So just a little bit here. So just enough to prime the lids. So for this eye look, I'm going to be switching between a few different palettes. Reason being is just because I find the colors that I like are in each one. I've got kind of like a matte base shade, and then kind of adding some color, slowly building up a crease, and then the lid color is in a different palette as well. I'm just going to show you the palettes that I'm using. So I'm going to be using the Modern Renaissance by Anastasia Beverly Hills. As you can see, this one is well loved. It's not really pink anymore. And this is what this palette looks like. And then I'm also going to be using a few shades from the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I'm going to use that one. Last but certainly not least is the Electric palette from Urban Decay. This has my favorite blue in it ever. So as you can see, it's this guy here. So it's got a bit of a purpley tone to it, so we're actually going to play up into that with this look. So do that. Alright, so the first shade I'm going to use is from the Chocolate Bar palette. So it's this light brown here. We're going to use that one first just to kind of build up a little bit of color, and then we're going to add more and more and more. So I've just got a fluffy brush. Just going to tap it off. You want to go really light-handed with this step. Just going to lightly blend into the corner here. Up and around. You can go up a little higher with this color where it's not super dark. If you're a little bit fair-skinned, it might show up more than it's showing up on my skin, but just keep that in mind when you're using the colors. I'm going to build it up a tad more. Alright, so next I'm going to build that brown color up a little bit more, and I'm going to use the slightly darker brown color here. Also in the Chocolate Bar palette. Going super light-handed. You want to start in the outer crease and then just kind of work your way inward. So now you can see that color's deepened ever so slightly. So I've got that base on. Next we're going to start blending some purple color into this shade. Now the reason I choose purple is just because I like the way that it looks with the bright blue, and the color that I chose has a little bit of purple in it anyways. You can definitely mix it up. So sometimes with the blue color, what I'll do is I'll actually put a red base down or something that's kind of similar. So I mean, just to kind of look at my palettes here, like you could always build like a brown base and then put the red on top of it, and then just blend that out and then apply the blue to the whole lid. There's a little bit of flexibility in how you want to do it. I'm just choosing purple today because that's what I feel will look the best. So we're going to start, we're going to dabble back into the Chocolate Bar palette. We're actually going to touch on this color right here, which is like a purple. And we're just going to start blending that into the crease. You really want to tap off for this one. And we're going to focus more so on the outer corner than anything. You can see how that's deepened it up, and it's going to give it a little bit more dimension as well. I'm going to go in again. we're just going to go back and forth and make sure it gets into crease the whole way. So that's that. Next we're going to jump into the Modern Renaissance palette, and the reason I'm choosing this one is because it has one of my favorite shades in it of all time, which is Love Letter, this one here. So we're going to add a little bit of that on top of the crease as well. This is going to add a little bit of a punch, so it's going to really bring that color out. And we're just going to go right over top of that. You can pull this color a little bit more onto the lid as well, so that way we can transition it in with the blue. Just right in the outer corner, slightly onto lower lid. So see, that's added another layer of dimension here. We're going to go in again. Nice. All right, so now it's time for the fun part. We're going to jump into the Electra palette, and we're going to use the shade Chaos. Now, this is named well, because if you're not careful with these shades, you will end up with chaos. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a flat end of this brush, and I'm going to lightly dab into the Chaos color, and I'm going to wipe some of it off. Now, the easiest way to deal with really super pigmented colors, because as you can see this is loud, is to make sure you're tapping off and just using a little bit at a time. Because if you go in too heavy, it's going to be hard to fix it. So we're going to do that. I'm just going to lightly go in, start building up that color. With this shade, you just want to touch the lid where it hasn't already been touched. So just lightly in the inner corner. And just kind of create that, you can kind of see where I've just created kind of like a shadow of where the blue's gonna go before I go in with the heavy pigment. So do this eye. It's easier to build and need to add more than it is to go back if you go a little crazy. And we're just slowly moving the color around. The eyeshadow base comes in handy for this step. We're getting there. And then the other side as well. So there we've got some pigment. So we're just going in with the fluffy side again, and we're just gonna slowly start blending that out. You're gonna lose a little bit of pigment doing this, but that's fine. We can always just build it back up after. So now the colors are starting to play together. I'm gonna get the kind of final pigment in there. I'm gonna take my finger. I like to use my middle finger. You can see how much pigment I'm getting here. I'm going to go in lightly and just pat that color right in. Look at that. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Okay, I'm going to blend it out. Really making sure everything's blended here. Yeah, so that is a bold blue. Loving it. All right, so I'm actually going to do the rest of my eye makeup, and then I'm going to blend a little bit more of the color in, so I will be right back. All right, so I've done the rest of my eye makeup. So I've added eyeliner, top and bottom, and lashes and mascara. I'm noticing with this look, in order to kind of balance it out, you're going to probably want to put a little bit of color on the bottom too, like on your bottom eyelashes. So I'm actually going to go in with the color from the Modern Renaissance palette that we used, the Love Letter, and I'm going to use that. Definitely you can use the blue if you want to go for more of a bold look, but I think for today I'm going to actually do Love Letter. And we're going to use the flat brush that we applied the blue with, and we're just going to go right along the lash line. This color. just to give it a little bit more dimension. See how that just adds a little bit of extra something to make this look complete. So that is it for eyes. Now, when you're wearing a bold color like this, you're probably wondering, what the heck am I going to use on my lips? So you actually have a few different ways that you could go. You can wear a nude with this color. Definitely just a plain nude lip will work. So I have one, it's kind of like a darker, purplier nude. This one is Glacé from Bite Beauty. So we're going to try this one. So a color like this would be totally acceptable with a blue eye like this. Or you can always go a little bit bolder, so I have some bold choices as well. So a really great lip to complement the Love Letter shade in the Modern Renaissance palette is this guy here, also from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This color is called Catnip. Now, as far as I know, it's been taken out of production, which broke my heart because I have bought this 3 times. I found this one at Winners. I'm holding on to it for dear life because I love this shade. I think they have a new one, I think it's called Poet maybe, in the new series of lips, and it is beautiful, kind of a similar idea, more of like a fuchsia color. But this one is my favorite. So a color like this you could wear as well. Just kind of picks up on the more fuchsia tones in the eye look. Now additionally, you can also go really bold. We're going to use this one. So this shade is Stone Fox by NYX Cosmetics. And it is kind of a grayish blue. Now this definitely isn't an everyday look. You could also wear black lipstick if you like. Just a couple options to figure out what you should pair this type of bold eye look with. So, so that's the look. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Now I wanted to let you guys know that I'm actually going on vacation. So I'm going to try to get another video up this week, but I can't make any promises. I've been so busy with everything. And I'm actually going away for 10 days. So I've been doing videos about weekly now, and I'm going to try to get another video out before I go on vacation on Saturday. So stay tuned. Hopefully I'll get another video up. If not, this will be my last video for the next 2 weeks, and I will be enjoying myself on vacation, and I will see you when I get back. Thanks again for watching.